right, welcome to the Miccosukee Indian Village.
Thank you.
We have two alligators here. They range from 7 feet all the way up to 9.5. The weight of the alligators is between about 100 and close to 200 pounds. Alligators live up to be over 100 years old. In that time, they should be well over 20 feet if they live that long out in the wild. We have crocodiles in Florida. They're in a mixture of fresh and salt water we call brackish water. Crocodiles are more aggressive, more deadlier than an alligator. Also, the crocodile has a pointed snout. The teeth protrude top to bottom. Don't take nothing away from the alligator. If you give it a chance, they will attack you, even hurt you, it would kill you. First thing I'm going to do is move this alligator around for you in the water, just to show you how it moves in the water. It maneuvers itself with its tail through the water.
Awesome. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I'm going to train it tonight for tomorrow. Whoa, almost slipped. Hey. All right, the alligator has the head of the alligator is solid bone. It has a lens that goes from front to back so they can see underwater. The ridges on its back from the neck to the tail is what we call scute. It's also bone. Acts like a solar panel. Absorbs the heat from the sun to digest their food, to keep it warm, to give it energy. The tail, solid muscle with the cartilage in the middle. Depending on the size of the alligator, if it hits with the full force of the tail, could break your leg. Slap you with the tip of its tail, give you a good sized bruise.
Oh man.
That's a pressure of 800 to over 1,000 pounds, depending on the size of the alligator. Eskimo kiss. If you want to see the French kiss, it's going to cost you more. The first thing that I'm going to show you is the 40 teeth on top, 40 on the bottom. If they lose one grows back. Notice the flap in their throat prevents the water from going into their lungs. When they grab something on land, they usually take it into the water, start rolling around, thrashing around, rip their victims apart. This is what we call a death roll. After they rip it apart, they'll eat a little bit of it. The rest of it, they'll stick in the mud, let it tenderize, and come back and eat it later. Also, depending on the size of the animal, if it's a raccoon or something smaller, they'll just crush the bone, rip it apart, and swallow it. The alligator has a tongue, a crocodile doesn't. All right, the next thing that I'm going to show you is the technique they developed back in the day to catch alligators alive. Before they developed these techniques, they used to kill the alligator, try to get the meat back to the village as soon as possible. Alligator meat spoils very quickly, but also depend on where you lived at. If you live out here on the islands in the Everglades, the alligator's just right there in the water. You can kill it, bring it out, skin it, cook it, and eat it. But these techniques were used if you capture alligators by yourself or if you lived in the higher grounds away from lakes, ponds, canals. Before I do this technique, I'm going to do a mating call for you. This is what they use to call out the alligator, try to capture them. This is a mating call. You do that, should be one or two of them coming your way. If that doesn't work, if you own a dog, tie a rope around his neck, throw him in the water. This is what we call bulldogging. This is where I put the alligator's jaw underneath my chin, hold it against my chest, while my hands are free. I tie them out. I'm just kidding about the dog. This is bulldogging. The next thing that I'm going to do for you is a trick, what we call a close shave, similar to the bulldogging, but the mouth is going to be open. I'm only going to hold the alligator's top jaw. If it allows me to do it, I do it. If not, have your cameras ready. All right, thank you. We have smaller alligators. If we can move over there, I'll bring one out for you. You can hold it, take pictures, or let it hold you. I'll take a picture for you. We can move over there. Thank you for coming to Mississippi.
Very cool. Very, very, very cool. What do you think about that?
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
That's just insane. That's insane. We're going to hold the gator.
Which one is that?